Hi everyone, remember what I said, laughter is the best medicine, and tonight I'm going to give you your dose of antivirus medicine. Well, we're going to talk about bikers to start with tonight. These bonny boys with the big shiny heads and the big, usually with beards and smoke coming out of their bikes. Love you all. And I'm very impressed by bikers. Some of them get a bad name, but I've found that most of them are pretty good drivers on the road. They're very skillful and they're very careful. Okay guys, well, there was a guy that wanted to join you. He wanted to be a biker. So he saved up his money and he bought this great motorcycle, beautiful bike, all shiny, great chrome exhaust pipes and everything. Down the store, bought all the gear, crash helmet, goggles, and boy, he just felt like cloud nine when he was on this bike. So he thought, well, the next thing I've got to do, I've got to join a club, meet the guys and really learn all about biking and all the fun they have. So he got all dressed up one weekend on his bike and off he went out in the country and he was driving around and eventually came to this big cafe with all the bikes lined up outside and he thought, this is the place where I need to be. I'm sure I'm going to meet all the guys here that I want. So parked his bike, strode into the bar feeling really great. You see it off with his helmet and plunked himself down, ordered a beer, and he looked at the menu. And the menu in this restaurant, it said hot dogs $2, burgers $3, burgers with cheese $3.50, fries $3.50, hand job $10. And he thought, good Lord. And he looked around, there's this good looking waitress, you see, and he called her over and said, excuse me, he said, are you the one that gives the hand jobs? And she said, yes, I am. He said, well, go and wash your hands and get me a hamburger and fries. I will tell you a little story that I think is going to amuse you. It's about this fella at work, and his boss called him in one day and he said, listen Joe, he said, I've got an assignment for you. He said, you've got to go to Japan for 6 weeks. He said, we've got a big contract probably coming up there and I'd like you to negotiate the details for me. So the guy said, right, so, and he thought, well, that'd be a great trip, Japan, 6 weeks. So he was telling his friends about this. You see, one of his friends said, you're going to Japan? He said, yeah. He said, listen, when you get over there, he said, get the wax treatment. And the guy said, what's the wax treatment? He said, I won't tell you, I'll surprise you. He said, all you do, when you get out there, have the geishas bath you. And then when you've had the bath, just say to them, I'd like to have the wax treatment. And he said, is it good? He said, oh, he said, it'll really surprise you. So he then started asking his friends, he said, I'm going to Japan. He said, and a friend of mine said, get the wax treatment. Well, nobody knew what the hell the wax treatment was. So he had to go to Japan without knowing. Well, of course, now his curiosity is really piqued and he thought, I've got to find out what's this wax treatment. So he went down to the baths, you see, and the old geishas got in the bath with him and they bathed the top and the bottom and left the middle to himself. And when he'd finished, he got out and he said to one of the girls, I'd like the wax treatment. She said, oh, you want wax treatment? Okay, you come with me. So she hauled him out, put a robe on him, you see, and walked him down the corridor and put him into this little room. And there was a nice soft padded couch in there. She said, you lie on couch. So he laid on the couch there, you see. And a little bit later, door opened and this little Japanese girl came in a bikini, pushing a little trolley with all lotions and that on the top of this trolley. She said, oh, you boy want wax treatment, huh? He said, yes, please. She said, okay, you lie on stomach. So he laid on his stomach and she came up with the trolley, you see, and she got some ointments out. She started massaging his neck and his shoulders and his arms, down his back and his buttocks and his legs, you see. Then she turned him over and she started the same thing, got some more creams out, did his face and arms, shoulder, chest and that. She got down to the vital parts and she started working away on this and this guy's going, ha, 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 ha. And right at the vital moment, she got a little bamboo cane with a gold tip on it. She whacked him right across the dick and he went, and all the wax fell out of his ears. Well, you know what to expect when you get out to Japan now, okay? So just beware, folks. Well, thanks for listening in and watching. Hope to see you again later on. I have a couple of other jokes for you. Thanks very much.